audience today is a large number of parents, teachers, and families from our banyan tree schools across India. Few other schools from DPS International, Kothari International, Genesis Global, Ramjas, and others have also joined in today. We welcome you all. I'm your session host, Dr. Priyanka Anand. My area is Human Resource Management from IILM University, Gurgaon. And we're very glad to be able to take forward our commitment to our Center for Emotional Intelligence, especially in a challenging time like this. It is my privilege to welcome Professor Dr. Abha Singh as our special guest for this webinar. Dr. Abha Singh is the director for the IILM Center for Emotional Intelligence. She's a professor in the area of psychology and behavioral science. She has over 24 years of experience in teaching, training, psychometric testing, research, and academic administration. She has several publications to her name, and her book of behavioral science, Achieving Excellence for Success, is a popular read. She's led several projects for the Government of India, and emotional expression as a predictor of psychological well-being, which was tested on over 2,000 university youth. Welcome, Dr. Abha. Over to you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Very happy evening to one and all. Namaste, India. Today, we have been joined with so many participants, 300 plus registered for this webinar. Together, we want to and experience the presence and essence of mind. Today's talk on Mind Your Mind Health has an objective to help you understand mind or mental health is an important part of our health, which we should understand for our happy physical health. Physical health has taken precedent and people understand more of physical health, but we ignore our mental health. So this talk, main focus of this talk is that to help understand how mind health helps in physical health, and it helps us to understand in a more holistic and healthy living. Before we go to the understanding of health, I have two experiences for you all, because in short duration, I can't make you understand about mind health in detail. But what I have tried the model that we can have two quick exercises, though we are digitally together, we can do this experiment and experience very effectively. So let's try this and let's understand how our mind functions. Are we ready to go? So let's maintain first experience and exercise for mind is all of us just maintain 1 minute silence and be comfortable with yourselves. Here we go. 1 minute. Now, if I ask you to share your experiences, how did you feel? What was your thought? I will request participants to share their experiences on the screen. I can see that. And there are responses coming in, I can see. People are responding, distraction, wandering, disengaging. So 1 minute, we are able to control our thoughts, or thoughts are controlling us. So let's park these responses which I am getting on the screen, and then we will come back after my talk, after the second experiment we do and experiences we share through experiential learning. I will see how do we connect that. So we park the responses as if now here and move further. So let's understand now what is our mind and how it reflects on mind health. You saw this slide of physical and mental health. Can we have the slide so that we understand effectively about physical health and mental health? Mental health is regarding our mind health. What all activities we do for our mind, that we should be clear for ourselves, so that when we do physical exercise for physical health, we know that something we are doing for our mental health as well. And these are very, very, very simple and easy exercises for mental health. Let's say breathing exercise, pranayama of yoga science, we all are well aware. It is, again, a time for us to wake up on the Indian system, and start practicing. Whole world has accepted this, the yoga science. So breathing exercise, the pranayama, there are many types of pranayama. And there are neurogyms, brain gyms, 2-3 minutes exercises which relaxes our mind. So when we do physical exercise, we have to have a protocol along with the mental health exercises. If you combine both, then you are attaining your health. Health actually is relaxed mind. And this is where we need to understand when we talk of physical and mental health, it has to be combined together to make a health, a composite, and a synchronized personality, synchronized mind and body behavior. We all understand medical science has already accepted the holistic health concept, and it has been found that how immunity is boosted when you work in synchronization and mind-body connection is there, you have more positivity and high positivity, which helps us to reduce our anxiety and stress. Coming forward, when we talk about our mind health is also regarding our energy. How do we gain energy? How do we perform our tasks? For example, I'll give you one example that one person every day he's running for 3 kilometers. He's a health freak, health fitness freak, but moment he is told that today 3 kilometers you will run will be punishment for you. Now what happens? We all know that this 3 kilometer run for him has become a burden, a stress. And this is how now the physiology changes because of the psychology, the thought. Another example, if we want to climb a mountain with our own wish and will, we enjoy climbing of mountain. But if somebody is pushing us to climb a mountain, it becomes burden and stressful. So again, psychology changes the physiology. So this is how our personality functions, and this happens in our daily lives, whether personal or professional. So how this psychology and physiology works, here I have written in my book T model, which talks about operating system of personality. Today we are all online, digitally working. So I would use this term, that T model, which I have explained in my behavioral science book, is an operating model for our personality and behavior. T is thought, E is emotion, and A is action. So today I think 300 people listening together, they have their own T model. They're experiencing their own thought, the feelings and action behavior at their homes. So how we are working together, yet we are not together. So T model is all the time in operation and function, and it gives result, good or bad. Sigmund Freud, a great psychologist, who made psychology famous discipline to study of human and mind behavior. He also stated thought is equal to energy. Einstein equation, energy is equal to mc square. How energy and mass work interchangeably. I'm making a point here that we all are source of energy. We all are a bundle of energy, and that has been well explained in spiritual science. And even Buddha has explained already to humanity. And that is the enlightenment wisdom we have got, that all stress emanates from mind. So let's understand how to be more mindful, rather mindful. I think you can see in this picture that mindful or mindful. Choice is ours. At this moment, you are listening to me, whether you are mindful or mindful, which is green one or the red one. I am just making a point to understand if we have to live, we have to be alive to the awareness and the presence. And that's the technique of Buddhism, that the techniques of chanting, that techniques of breathing exercises, there are techniques of meditation. There are many. You can select as per your interest. So this is where I think I'm making a point for you to understand our mind health requires mindful awareness to select the exercises and techniques for our brain health so that you are able to regulate your emotions, negative emotions, in a positive way and help yourself and help your nearby person who are interacting with you, whether family or the work. So let's move ahead and understand what is mindful experiences. Now coming to the second experience, to understand mindful techniques, the green one, I mean to say, that how do we understand this mindful exercise and mindful technique? So let's we'll take this exercise for 3 minutes because again, we have to manage time, and let's see how we go. So 3 minutes we will do exercise. I will give you certain guidance and instructions, and I urge all of you to follow that, and then we can understand the difference. And let's again further discuss on that. So be comfortable, relax your posture, close your eyes. Now listen to the instructions which I am giving for 3 minutes. Let the thought flow freely. Do not stop. Let it flow freely. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, accept. Exhale, let go. Inhale, hold, exhale. Take a deep breath. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale all positive energy from the surroundings. Hold. Exhale all negative energy, negative worries, anxiety. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, accept. Exhale, let go. Feel the breath. Feel the breath, the power of life. Breath is life. Feel the power of life. Listen to the rhythm of your breath. The rhythm of your breath, which is passing from left nostril to right and right nostril to left. Left nostril to right and right nostril to left. Feel the rhythm of your breath. This is life. This is aliveness. This is awareness. Feel the breath. Feel the power of breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now chant Om 3 times and then we close. Om. 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 So again, I thank you all. You can rub your hand like this and put this energy. This is the healing energy which we have generated right now. And we are all like magnets attached to each other. And the energy which has been generated in the surrounding has immense power of healing people. That's how the science has explained, the spiritual science has explained. So it can work for yourself if you really use that energy positively. Now I would request your responses. You can write your responses. Now I can see coming a lot of responses. Relax, calm, happy, enjoying the moment, listening and guided by the thought. Now let's understand what happened in the first experience and what happened in the second experience. This is the experiential learning. I know it's very difficult to conduct, but we conduct digitally also, which is very effective. And we find that in first experience, their mind was unguarded. There was no instruction. You talk to yourself and you were silent. You can maintain silence after practice. There is nothing that you can't do that. But in the second experience, what happened? Your mind was guarded. Your mind was directed to achieve the peace. So you achieved it. So this is how it happens, that when you practice this, you can experience and you are able to regulate your thought towards your positivity. And similarly, when you work for something, you can regulate your thought towards achievement of the goal. This is how our mind functions. But in first instances, we were experiencing wandering. I am not saying you people are giving these responses. Distraction, thought attacks. Ma'am, we are getting thought attacks. So this is where I think we need to understand the difference. Then when mind is controlled, control doesn't mean that somebody is dominating. Control means you are controlling your thought and you're able to drive yourself according to what you want to get the work done, whether at home or at office. So this is very important point to note for all of us, that how our mind functions and it becomes part of you and you enjoy that presence of the mind and enjoy the awareness and aliveness and get your work done in a very happy manner. I would like to tell you about the yoga science here, that yoga says every action in relaxation. You will question me on this. What ma'am is saying, that every action is relaxation. Someday we'll have a discussion on this, but that's the reality. If you practice yoga, even you are stressed, people will say, ma'am, you have so many things, but doesn't look stress on your face. People tell you in your homes and in the offices, then is where I think you are taking action, but you're still relaxed. And research has proved that relaxed mind is productive, is positive, can give more solutions than problems. So that's why I want all to see how yoga stops the fluctuation of mind. And yoga is really true journey of ourself through the self and to the self, said in Bhagavad Gita as well. So my urge to all of you, please practice this yoga science. It's an Indian system of health, and we need to promote for ourselves and others and community at large. And emotions are regulated by our breathing exercise effectively. So emotion intelligence, which you talk about, now have gone to another advanced level by utilizing and implementing the breathing and brain exercises. Even the Harvard Medical Science has given this report that how depression can also be treated when we use breathing exercise. Coming to the next point and the last point, when we experience this mind, how it happens and what it happens, we have seen with the experience. But when you really, really exercise that control on mind, you can make your mind more meaningful, more insightful, more nurturing, and you can decode your problem and design new programmings for your living and new way of thinking. This I have made acronym for you. I think acronym makes us easy to understand and learn. So this today I had made particularly for this webinar for all participants, this dedicated to you all, that this is our mind, is what we understand through our spiritual techniques. It becomes more meaningful, more insightful, nurturing, and decoding your problems and helping you to design a new programming. Again, we are in digital world. I like to tell you, brain is hardware, mind is software. You make programmings in software. Similarly, you also make as humans programming in your mind based on bad experiences and good experiences. So when you make programming, that is where in psychology we say it is schema. You create schemas in your mind of bad experiences and good experiences. And this is how, in simple language, I keep on saying red chip and green chip in our mind. So if we have more red chip, that means bad experiences. But science is saying that, yeah, you can change, replace the red chip with green chips. And you can be happy and create happy experiences for yourselves and for others. So brain science has clearly stated that we all have that authority on ourselves, on our mind, on our brain. And brain is the single organ which controls the body and behavior and health. And behavior is the reason of many health problems. So you can understand the immense importance of brain and brain science. I would like to tell you the brain functions cross-functionally. Right controls left and left controls right. So when you do the simple breathing exercise, it is helping you to control left, right, and calm the central nervous system. And it makes you more relaxed, calm, and more productive. You can think better, you can feel better, you can have good quality of thinking, decision making, quality of sleep, and so on and so forth. So this is what you gain when you really understand the brain functioning, when we really do these simple exercise like breathing, like brain gyms, neuro gyms, 2-3 minutes exercises are available on the websites and done by all scientists. So it is proven scientifically. There's no harm doing it. But even though you want to check with me, my email will be available with you. You can again write to me and get the answer to it. So this is what I can say to today. I think we tried to give you this, again, simple exercise to mind your mind health. And through this IILM Center for Emotion Intelligence, we are promoting mind your mind health and to create a positivity and healthy and compassionate society at this moment of COVID-19. We all can control our mind with this technique seamlessly and pass through this difficult times and generate positivity and can see many alternatives which we can help to solve our personal or professional problem. So I close by saying this. Any questions I can take on?
Thank you, Dr. Abha, for sharing such valuable and scientific applications that talk about how the brain regulates our mind and our thoughts, and how at this moment in time, I think all of us have really benefited from whatever you've shared. And there are a lot of questions that are streaming in live, so we can try and take on a few of these.
Yeah.
So the first one is, what are the ways that we can look after ourselves during such a challenging time and make ourselves really productive while we are all confined to our houses?
I think I've already told you, please practice my mind health, and mental health has to be taken care and given precedence. And we have been ignoring enough. And today we are all on a digital platform. So we are losing the time sense. So let's again reorganize ourselves and keep some time for mind health practices, which I have told you. It will help you to organize yourself better and feel better and do something which is engaging. And try to get some activity within home confinement that you enjoy and you like it. Listening to music, reading books, playing music, whatever I think you want to do it. Please exercise those hobbies and experience this, and you will feel real joy within.
Thank you for your response. Surely, all of us are feeling more centered after listening to you and more positive about what changes we can adapt while we are at home. There is a question from our young adults. What is the advice for youth at this time? Because surely for them to be, facing this challenging time. So, what do you suggest?
Yeah, Priyanka, I understand. I think I've already mentioned for the youth on the Instagram, but still I'll repeat again today that 3 Ds: digital well-being, digital discipline, and digital togetherness. So I think I've given the answer. I think we forget the time sense and there is no digital discipline. You're engaged on online platform. You have to see whether you are engaging yourself or you are distressing yourself. Choice is yours. If you are engaging, you are productive, you are healthy. If you are distressing yourself, you are negative, you are unhealthy. And again, your health will be a problem for you and your family. So please be mindful and practice this 3 Ds. You'll get a lot of answers. Yeah.
Very well said. And I'm sure the youth are going to take heed to your advice. There is a question, which asks us as to how can we be more productive during our day? Because now there is a lot of, blurring of lines of work and the time that we spend, in the house and at work. So this question is probably coming from the women audiences, that how do we become more productive and how do we sort of manage our day?
Yeah. I think the hours are same, whether we were working physically or work from home, the hours are same for all of us. But the style has changed. I would say, just to remind you a little bit on work-life balance, we used to have concept in HR, then came work-life effectiveness. As a researcher in this area, I'm telling you. Then now the concept I keep on telling everyone is work-life integration. So integration is always holistic. Whole is holy. Whole is meaningful. But why we are cribbing, why we are blaming each other today is happening at homes, which I keep on hearing as a psychologist. I keep on getting all these issues to me and help them to sort out. We have to work together as a family as well. Even wife has work, husband has work, children are also zooming on school and classes. So we all have to see the digital discipline in our house. And meanwhile, when you are performing your task, you have not to forget your home task and home course. You have to take care of that aspect. And both husband and wife, both gender has to decide together. With the togetherness of intent has to be togetherness. So that you can help each other, you can grow with each other. That's the time here to show that family works in team. We attend team workshop in our corporates and offices to learn teamwork. It's too late. I always say teamwork starts from home. So this is the time, my women folk, initiate this teamwork, divide the work, and be integrated, holistic. Holy is pure, and pure is always good and happy. That's what I can say.
Beautifully answered, Dr. Abha. Surely it is an opportunity for all families to become highly productive teams and really achieve whatever there is to be achieved. There is a question, which requires slight sensitivity from all of us to understand. What is the guidance that we would want to give to patients, or people that are suffering from, say, depression or any mental health ailments at this time? Because social isolation is very tough, so.
Yeah, I can understand. This is the time where caretakers and mental health caretakers, maybe parent or any family member, has to show more sensitivity and not to show their anxiety and stress to the patient, because they are already so stressed. And as a parent, as a child, you can really sense that, even parent can sense, children can also sense that stress of parents, mother or father. So we have to understand each other's concern and show that caring vibration and caring attitude towards our children, that be it whatever situation, I have to help you to manage your worries, anxiety. And if person are on pills, I think you have to take help of your medical doctor. And alongwise, the breathing technique has been found in all studies to be very effective. But you can check with your medical doctors and help your child or a patient to do something on meditation and breathing. It really helps, because many depression patients have been cured as well. And I'm not talking different mental illness, it's difficult, but I think there are enough evidence to work on those areas and help patient to be happy with himself first and then with the environment. So that's the, again, a tough task. And also these kinds of patients, they lose that motivation. So here I would urge parents and caretakers that they should do some activity along with them, or they should motivate them to work with them or play games with them, or even do meditation if you're allowed, that yeah, sit together and do meditation or do some activity together. So that gives a feeling of togetherness, and that bonds each other as a family, and as also a patient relationship, which we keep on talking. Sometimes children feel that if I am a patient, you are treated differently. So that kind of difference really doesn't then occur when you have this kind of activity and this kind of emotion expressed with your children.
Yeah, surely. I totally agree with you on this one, because we need to offer them additional support and really be around them. And I think that should be a conscious decision for each family. There is a question on, I'm sure these are the young moms who want to know, and even I would want to know, how do we keep these little toddlers engaged and in the house, because they want to go out and play in the park and they miss that, that routine and life that they had. So,
see, I think we all have to accept the social distancing, which I think government is urging us to follow and practice. We will keep doing that. But nonetheless, who is stopping? We say that we are limited, but I keep on telling people, within that limits, you are limitless. So you have to have a creative ideas. And if you have that place, how can you make the place as a playground without, doing anything, any damage to the place? But you can really make a small playground and play with your kids. That kids needs an expression of their energy, and please don't bind them and control them. It will be difficult for you to handle them. Their energy has to be expended, and their energy has to be expressed in a positive making of activity, coloring, drawing, singing. You can have a singing competition between you and your child, if it is, I think, that age group for 5, 6, and you can do that. And if seeing the age group, you have to find the activities and engage your child to express and spend that energy in a more positive direction rather than negative direction, throwing things, breaking things, which will happen. So that's what I think you can do. But you have to be with your child. The child should feel you. It's not that you're digitally with the office and you are saying, oh, keep on, hold on, see the phone and see the game. Child is very smart, let me tell you. Children are man the scientist, as we explained in psychology science, much, I think, long back. So we need to take care of the sentiments of child's mind. They are very, very smart, intelligent. They understand your every move. And if you're not with them fully, and as I told you, the integration concept, they understand fully, and they try their parents to behave in that manner. So I think we all have to behave with our child in a more positively and emotionally engaged with them.
Right. You answered this so beautifully, Dr. Abha, and I think all of us are emerging to be these super time managers who are, juggling between domestic work, office responsibilities, and just trying to keep everything together. There is a question, which is a slightly delicate question. A lot of married couples are experiencing fights that they've never had before. So, this confinement that the husband and the wife or the kids, together are experiencing. So how should they deal with this? Yeah.
It's fight with themselves or with others?
Amongst themselves, yeah.
I think I would say it's a fight within themselves. They have to first figure out why they're angry. They are angry because of certain things not happening as they want. But it's something which they have to also have a dialogue with the other party that why it is happening. You have to work on yourselves because right now the kind of functioning and style of functioning has changed completely. So we have to evolve. We cannot practice the old systems which we had in our houses, We have to evolve and find the new ways, how we can help each other. Both parties stressed. I'm not trying to say that one person is more stressed, other person less stressed. You have to find out the ways within the family system and make the family rules. This would be done like that. As we make our jobs, when you work in job, you divide your roles. This will be done by X, this will be done by Y. Similarly, you have to divide your roles. And it is important for all of us to learn cooking as well, Cooking is a very relaxing therapy, which many psychologists are working on a cooking therapy. So it is a therapeutic. If you cook, it will help many and you will enjoy your family togetherness,
Right. Thank you so much for answering that. There are just two more questions that we can take now in the interest of time. The first one is, can you help us with some tips to be more mindful, during this time, and really, if there is something that we can develop in ourselves to enhance our emotional intelligence? Yeah.
See, I think I had given this exercise of breathing, which you can also refer to the website of Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga. They have small protocols on pranayam. Pranayam is literally various types of breathing exercises. And whichever way you feel comfortable, you can practice. But I simply urge everybody, please pick one or two breathing exercise like pills we take. Suppose somebody has some ailment, we take pills. So please take those as techniques as a part of our daily routine. As we brush, as we eat, is part of a daily course. So it should be a part of a daily routine and you will find the difference. I think you can challenge me, all of you, those who are listening to me. If you practice and if there is no difference in your behavior, in your emotions, you can talk to me. I'll tell you why it has not taken place, a difference in the approach in first, before and after. It works. And this is breathing exercise, which in Harvard study, Professor Siegel, who's practicing this brain exercise as a breathing exercise, he says breathing brain exercise, which he helps his patient to improve and also prevent depression. So this is proven. Let's not not do because we just want to ignore Indian system. This is an Indian system. We should be proud that whole world is practicing now. And there are many types of yoga now has come on the, I think, websites and even home. How will you do small asanas which can help you? So there are many asanas on pranayam as well, which helps our mindfulness. And there are also chanting methods which Buddhism has given a lot of things in that area. Many of you must be chanting. So any technique which you decide yourself, which gives you peace within, you realize it. I am no one to tell you. I'm just opening your mind towards scientific ways. And today, I think today is the time where we can lead ourselves and lead others with the Indian system. And we can do it. Along with it, there are scientists from West. They have developed neuro gyms, brain gyms, 2-3 minutes exercise. Like this one neuro gym, you stretch like this and you do like this. This is a brain exercise, because you are clamping your hand. I told you left and right works again like this, your brain, you are exercising your brain. You are putting your, again, pressure on the muscles and the neurons of the brain. And it is being, again, getting relaxed. And you just like this, take a deep breath. And that's how it happens. There are many, I think I'm just giving you 1 minute exercise. It's a brain exercise, we say. And you can select according to your understanding and be mindful. And silence is also one technique, but you have to have that level. You achieve that level of silence later when you practice this. You will not have any cluttering of thoughts, any kind of thought attacks and wandering of mind, and also disturbing thoughts will not come, because that's how you have trained your mind to be calm. So you can sit on, again, if you are asked to maintain a silence, you can maintain the silence. So this maintaining a silence is also a technique which works for us. And after maintaining silence for few, I think, months you practice, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and that is how you see there is a difference in your level of understanding, thinking, and decision making. And this was done by one of the professors in Stanford, and how he gave this silence technique to management students, And when they practiced this, it was found before and after that results were amazing. The decision making improved of those students. So I think there are enough evidence to quote why we should be mindful. And today, due to this confinement, we have to be mindful and aware moment to moment what we do and enjoy the moment. And let's take the humanity to the next level. We have to evolve with the new ways, new techniques. And we have already got the heritage from our civilization to take on. And who is stopping us? We only. So we can take on, and we should first accept, yeah, it will work, it will work. And to quote, if I have missed that point of Professor Lipton, I think I wanted to show you the video, which I think the organizer will send you the video. A very important study done by Professor Lipton. He's a developmental biologist. He works on cells, biology of our body. And he has found how our perception changed the gene. Can you imagine? He believes that it's your trillion of cells which changes because of your perception, thought, and belief. It's not my finding, it's the finding of professor who is a developmental biologist. You will be alarmed by seeing his video that what importance he gives to the mindfulness and thoughtfulness of our thoughts and mind health. And I believe completely. I have seen in my life with my researchers, with my faculty, with my students, they have changed their life to be more positive and more productive. And I can go on telling you on the data and facts on this area. So let's understand the importance of the mind, importance of the role of thoughts, which determines our behavior. Thoughts can shape our behavior. It can make our behavior, it can break our life. It depends upon us. Every day you talk negative, you'll get negative result. Every day you talk positive, something positive you'll get. You can do this exercise as well. If you go in front of one plant and you keep on chanting good things to the plant, you will see plant will grow. I did this experiment with one of my family friend, and she had sent the pic to me. Ma'am, it's amazing. The flowers have grown, which was not growing earlier. I said, your human touch was missing. Somebody is doing which was not taking care of it. And once you go to the plant and you just shout at that plant and abuse it, you will find that what will happen to the plant. And we know the Japan, how they cut the tree, there's a story behind it, Fine. So what I'm trying to make a point that thought is very, very powerful for us to understand how it shapes our behavior. If you, as I told you, T model, if you have a positive thought, positive emotions, positive behavior. If you have negative thoughts, negative emotions, and negative behavior. This is a logical sequence of behavior. It is a behavioral science. It has a logic behind it. Somebody becomes negative, he or she does not become negative in 1 second or 1 minute. Whole life of 15 years and 18 years he has given to that, to nurse that thought of negativity. So when I get a complaint from teachers and faculties that student is negative, first thing comes to my mind, I tell them, he needs help. We need to help those people, those who have that kind of tendency and behavior. And that's where I think most of the community here are teachers, who I'm addressing right now, parents. I will urge to you all, please see those negativities, work on those negativities, and you can surely change. As I told you, we have negative chips as a red chips and green chips. So you can replace those red chips into green by talking to them, by understanding them and understanding their deep-rooted hurt which they are going through. And you can make changes in their behavior. But first, we have to understand their emotion. That's where the emotional nature, emotional well-being, and that's where the emotional intelligence works of everyone. So this is where if you start using your emotions in a positive direction, you are actually using your emotion intelligence. I keep on saying, as a scientist in this area, and working in the field of psychology for more than 24 years, I have found that intelligent use of emotions is actually emotion intelligence, to put it simply. So intelligent use of emotion is emotion intelligence. the time has come for all of us to look at that how we can use our emotions more effectively, sensitively, and sensibly.
Thank you so much for explaining this so well and in great detail, Dr. Abha. I think it is a time where all of us are, it's a very humbling experience to go through what we're going through today. And surely, if we have an attitude of gratitude and we are just thankful that we are safe and we are all fine and our families are taken care of today, it's a very big thing for all of us. We're really running out of time and there are a huge amount of questions pouring in. But I'll just bring up the last question, which I'm sure the teacher community is asking. Any good books they can refer to enhance their EI and really, build on mindfulness during this phase?
Yeah, I think there are many books by Daniel Goleman. You go on the website, you'll click it, you'll get a lot. Emotion intelligence, and you can read it. It is very simple. And there are different segments also in emotion intelligence by Daniel Goleman for work, for happy, healthy life, effective life. So you can get various segments in that area. With whatever you are interested in, you can purchase for yourself. And for, I think you asked for practice of mindfulness. There are Buddhist texts. I think still, I think Indian authors, they have not given a simple any text on that. But you can see a lot of Buddhist psychology books there. And I think if you go by that, again, the promotion of Buddhism, which is done by the organization, they have many books, and that is, I think, very, very simple to understand and simple to read, and it motivates us, So those books are also available online, and you can see that on Buddhism, and it has different techniques. But Indian system of yoga, which you see, there are books on Indian psychology, Indian yoga system, which talks about a lot of techniques in yoga science. And Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga has a lot of books in a simplified manner on how to manage stress, how to manage, again, women when they're going through the pregnancy. So there are different aspects of life which they have given a protocol, and you can only go onto the click of their website. You don't have to purchase the book as well. They have everything on the website as well. So you get a lot of handy techniques on the spiritual science area as well. And it is very scientific, I must tell you. It's not a religion. It's not something which I'm promoting as a scientist. It's scientific. As a psychologist, I am a firm believer, if we practice yoga science, I think we can prevent this mental illness, mental health problems. WHO has already stated the depression status in our country. We are leading in depression as well. Forget about the COVID-19, the data which is alarming for our mental health. And this yoga science is a really, really a very scientific method to help us to prevent, as a psychology group I'm addressing, to prevent mental health issues and problems and promote positive mental health and positivity and well-being.
Thank you so much. And I benefited so much from this interaction today. And I'm sure all our parents, our teachers, and the audience that was able to tune in today would have benefited. We'll surely go back and, really try and apply whatever you shared. There's so much of communication happening. I just want to share that please, we would be coming up with a series of webinars based on different aspects of teaching, learning, and emotional development. And just to share that there is an initiative under the guidance of Dr. Abha that is run by the IILM University, where there is an emotional and a counseling group that you can reach out to. And there is a link where you can register. So if you're looking for one-to-one counseling, please feel free to reach out to us during this time. And it'll be our pleasure to help you through this. Thank you very much, Abha. Dr. Abha, if you would like to just,
last slide, and thank you. I would like to tell everybody some message. We can have last. Thank you all. Can we have slide? Yeah, I think I also like to thank IILM University team of IT and faculty to putting this website in together the way we were trying to manage this. And it really happened today. So I'm very thankful to them. And to promote this concept of mind and mind health and how to take this to the society that has been done today very effectively. So I'm thankful to both of you, the IT team of IILM University and the faculty members. Now, coming to the end, I would like all of you to thank each one of you for yourself. You should thank yourself that we are alive today. We are happy today. So let's pause, accept the feelings, and enjoy the moment which we have. I really thank each one of you for participating in this talk on mind, your mind health. And I pray for all of you. I'm a spiritual science follower, so I pray for all of you for your good health and good well being. And in the end, I would like to convey that be safe, be home, be mindful, be happy now. Thank you all. Namaste.